Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and the chance of trying a juggler puzzle today. Michael Lefkowitz is sometimes known as Juggler and creates the most astonishing innovations that we've ever seen in puzzles. So I'm going to have a go at one today which involves arrows getting skewed in the grid. And I'm really looking forward to giving this a go. I did one a bit like this a while ago, but I haven't seen this grid before. I love it. I mean, Michael's so clever. He contributed one of the worms, which are one of the things we like to tell you you can get. The worms are kind of adjuncts to our apps, and there is one by Michael that involves, I think it's 9 puzzles, one after the other, involving Fibonacci worms. And each one leads on to the next. They are brilliant. Do check out the worms. Check out all of our apps. They do feature classic Sudoku 2 and Fog of War and all sorts of things. But there's also Patreon if you want a monthly Sudoku hunt on the first of the month. And then there are also, on Patreon, we have crossword videos and gridograms and connections, all sorts. Now, if you're watching this on Monday evening, do bear in mind that you should maybe pause it and flip over to the live stream that we're doing from the Blueprints house, which is something else we do every week, along with 7-minute cryptic videos, 7 Wordle in a minute videos, 1 crossword masterclass video, and 14 Sudoku videos. Do check them all out. Now, let's have a look at the rules of Ubiquity by Michael Lefkowitz. As you can see from the grid, we are not going to get normal Sudoku rules apply. What we get instead is place a digit from 1 to 9 in every cell such that no digit repeats in a row, a column, or a box. Digits on an arrow sum to the digit in the attached circle. And for clarity, arrows connect up as if the grid were unskewed. So that's all one arrow. And that's another arrow connecting to that circle. And that is an arrow connecting to that circle just as that is. I mean, it's a beautiful idea. Do give it a try. I'm going to see what we find here. Let's get cracking. So this arrow is clearly far too long to be a normal straight arrow. These digits have to all be different from each other because they're in the same box. That's good enough. They must be, I think, 1, 2, 3, because these can then be 1 and 2. And then we add the whole arrow up and we get 9. And that's the absolute minimum along the arrow and the maximum in the circle. So that's the kind of easy takeaway here. Okay. Now these other arrows, they are not so fruitful. What the heck? Where do I go next? Okay, you might just have to dwell a pause with me sitting and thinking here. 9s, I suppose. 9 in this box can't be in these cells by Sudoku, or by the bits of Sudoku principles that remain, like 9 not repeating in a column, can't ever be on one of these arrows because you have to add another digit on the arrow to get to something. So 9 in this box must be in one of those 2, and then we will get 9 in one of those 3, and that doesn't carry me very far forward. 9, of course, can always be in a circle, probably wants to be. Okay. Where do 1 and 2 go in this row? That is a valid question. It's not actually in this row. Although we found 1 and 2, you can't say where do 3 and 4 go in this row because they might not appear in it. Actually, however, okay, there's a law of leftovers thing. So, as well as asking the question about where 1 and 2 go in this 9-cell row that must contain 1 and 2, and can't have them in that box and that box, so they're over here. I am going to point out that since there are 9 boxes in this grid that all contain the digits 1 to 9 once each, there are 9 9s, 9 8s, etc., down to 9 1s in this puzzle. And there are 7 rows in it that have the 9 digits 7 times each. So these remaining bits must those are 18 cells. They must contain all the digits of 2 sets of 1 to 9, because we used up 7 of the sets in the complete rows. So we're left with 2 sets of the digits 1 to 9. And what we've done at the top here is used up 1 and 2 twice. So they can't appear here at all, 1 and 2. And therefore the arrow cell digits, actually both in these boxes where they can't contain 1 and 2, and in this arrow where because of this box they can't contain 1 or 2, these must use digits from 3, 4, 5 and 6. And their circles must sum to 7, 8 or 9 as a result. And what else can we do? We'd used 9 once up here. And only once, because it can't appear again in those cells. So this group of cells used 9 once. This group of cells will use 9 exactly once as well. It's either there or not. Absolute knowledge bomb. I don't know, these might be repeats. They obviously add up to the same total in that circle. I don't know what rules apply. That's so strange. Okay, let me just keep trying to think about the puzzle. These are at least 3s. That is at least a 3 as well. These don't contain 1, 2, 3 or 9. They're from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they appear once each. And those 3 digits will also appear once each down here, whatever they are. But there will be 2 repeats in this finger of 9. There will be whatever isn't in those cells will repeat twice in this group. So there are 2 repeats in that group from this group. And therefore one of them must repeat on the arrow. Since there are 2 repeats in yellow and pink, those repeats can't be both that cell and that cell, so at least one will go on the arrow. Therefore we know that both will go on the arrow, because as soon as one cell on this arrow contributes to whatever this total is, if it's repeating on the other arrow, it must also have the same complement. So those 2 are the 2 repeats down here, equivalent to 1 and 2 up here. And therefore these 2 arrows, okay, now I'm going to change my color scheme and call these 2 digits yellow. They must appear there as well. And then in this row, those 2 yellow digits appear in these 3 cells. It's a long time since I did that other skewed Michael Lefkowitz puzzle, but it certainly had, there are memories being evoked. I don't think it was the same, but there was something to do with leftovers in it as well. Now, what's going on down here? Those are the same as those, and these 2 digits don't appear up here. Well, they can't include the digit 3 because they would repeat twice here and once here and appear 3 times in these extra bits. Therefore, they don't include 3. Now they must be a 4-5 pair adding up to 9. So 4 and 5 repeat twice down here. They repeat in these cells, as well. And they do not appear up here, which must now be a 6, 7, 8 triple. In this box, these remaining digits are 4, 5, 9. 6, 7, 8 will appear once here, along with 3. 9 won't appear there. These are 3, 6, 7 and 8. That can't be a 4, 5 pair now, because that would make this cell unable to be filled. If this can't be a 4, 5 pair, there must be a 3 on it. And that's not a 3. This puzzle does work in very odd ways. Digits selected here are from 3, 6, 7, 8. 4 and 5 must appear in these cells. And now this can't be 4 or 5, but it could still be 6 with a 3 here. What else? What else can we learn? We've now got 9 into one of those 2 cells. These ones contain 1 and 2, not in the circle, because the circle has to be at least 3 to have 2 different digits add up to it. So this is either 3, 6, 7 or 8. I wonder if that is going to be a 1-2 pair. Haven't really got anywhere with this arrow or any of the vertical arrows, maybe apart from this one. I suppose we've learned something about this as well, but 9 in this box. Right, there's a 9 in one of those cells. So 9 in this box is not now in these cells. We know it's not on the arrow, so it's in one of those 2. And then it's in one of these 3. Now we're right, this digit is not going to be a 9, because there must be a 9 in this box. There's a 9 in one of those cells, and there's a 9 in one of those. That's going to use up the 3 9s for these 3 rows of the whole grid. And this cell can't have a 9 in. Therefore, this is not a 3-6 pair, and this digit is a 3. And this one is a 4 or a 5, the one that's not in the corner. And in this column, we've got a 3 and a 4, 5 pair. Now, if 3 is there, 1 and 2 are here, 3 is there, that's 4 or 5. Okay, I don't know what that does down here. It's just weird. This cell on this arrow can't be 3, 4 or 5. Now, does it have to be 1 or 2? No, I don't think so yet. Oh, these can't be 4, 5 or 1, 2. So they're from 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 and 2 in this box are in these cells and can't be in this circle. So 1 and 2 are there. And now in this row, no, it's not so easy. I was going to say 1 and 2 are over here. Yes, in this box, 1 and 2 can't be in that row and that row. So they're here and here. Again, they can't get in the circle, because the circles always have to be at least 3. Well, not this one, which could be a 2 adding 1 and 1. I wonder if that will happen. Anyway, in this box, 1 and 2 are ruled out of all of those cells by these pairs, and now they have to go there. Then in this box, 1 and 2 must be in this row of the grid. They can't be there because of those, or here because of those. So now this gets a little harder because I don't have a circle to keep them out of. However, in this row, we know that 1 and 2 aren't there because of this. We know that they're not here because of 1 and 2 here. So they're in these cells. Now, I'm very tempted to keep, I can definitely keep 1 out of this circle, but I can't risk keeping 2 out of this circle. As I said, these could both be 1s given the weird nature of this grid. So 2's in one of those cells, 1 is in one of those, and look what's going to happen. We get a 1 X-wing. We've used up the 1s in columns 1 and 3. I can't really give rows numbers in this puzzle, but I'm going to give columns numbers. And that means the 1 in column 2 is there. And now we've got a 2 definitely in one of these cells and a 2 definitely in one of those. And 2 does go in that circle. So it's a good thing we didn't eliminate it as a possibility. And that now means that its arrow is made up of 2 1s. And does that 1, yeah, that looks up here, 2 and 1, oh sorry, I'm in the wrong mode, 2 and 1 are done there. Then I can come up here, 2 and 1 are done here. That can't be a 2 now, and that is where 2 goes. This one has become a 2, that's a 1. Lots of 2's and 1's getting placed. That's now a 3, is that a corner of the grid? Sort of, I don't know. It didn't get a little celebration from the software. Gosh, this is so mad. Right, 3. Oh, I don't know. No, we've looked at that before. This arrow, here we go again. These are at least 3 each digit. So we're selecting from 3, 4, 5, and 6 to get to a total of 7, 8, or 9. These are consecutive digits because 1 plus that equals that. This can't be a 3 anymore because 1 and 2 can't go on its arrow. It actually can't be a 6 for the same reason, because that would either be an arrow of 1, 5 or 2, 4. So this is either 7 with a 3, 4 arrow or 8 with a 3, 5 arrow. And there's definitely a 3 in these cells. We know there's a 3 there, a 3 here. That puts 3 in column 7 exactly there. And that's not 3 now. One of these is now 3, and now one of these 3 has to be 3. One of these 2 has to be 3. And that can't be 3 in the row. So this is where 3 is on this arrow. And can we keep going with 3s? Not really. In this box, don't know. How about this column? We've got a 4, 5 pair in it. No. I wonder if these two are the same, making these two the same. I might be able to do something with that, but I can't quite work out what it is. Oh, here again, 2 cells that can't be 1 or 2. So again, selecting from 3, 4, 5, 6, again getting to a total that is 7, 8, or 9. And that leaves 3 in one of these cells. That digit can't be in those cells, so it must be in one of those 2. That's almost... Oh, this can't be a 3. Either this is a 4, 5 pair leading to 9, or that's definitely a 3. Gosh. This cell can't be 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 9. So this is 6, 7, or 8. That puts this somewhere between 4 and 7, which is a little bit more widespread grouping than I was hoping to find. This 2 is from 6, 7, 8, or 9, as is this. No 9s in one of those cells. These are high digits. Where is the other 1 or 2 in this column? It's going to have to be here. Oh, and look, there's a 1, 2 pair looking up at that cell. So that's not 1 or 2. So the 1 or 2 in this box are now in those 2 cells. I mean, we could colour these 1s and 2s against each other, but it's going to get resolved by that arrow. That's quite interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to do colouring. There's definitely a 6 in one of these cells in this box, so that's not 6. So now these definitely include 3 and 6. We've done all the horizontal arrows. There's nothing else to do there. These verticals are close to being done, but not quite. Okay, maybe there would be something going wrong if this was a 4, 5 pair. No, not particularly. That digit would go in one of these 2. I can't see a problem with that. This digit can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. These can't be from 1, 2, 3. Is it 3s next? Should I be focusing on 3s? This digit is 4, 5, 6, or 7, leading to a total in the circle of 6, 7, 8, or 9. Because we know about this 2 on the arrow. I hadn't really thought about that. Oh, and these 2 are going to be consecutive. What of it? don't know. What about 3 in this box? Oh, it could be there. Ah, 4 and 5 in this box. I could have done this ages ago. That's a 459 triple looking at those cells. There's a 4-5 pair looking at those. So 4 and 5 must be in this group of cells. And now this digit can't be 4 or 5. Now, can that be 6? Because that didn't transpire somewhere else where we were looking at that possibility. If that was 6, this would go 6, 3, 9. That would be from 4 or 5. That would be, and the other 2 cells would be from 7 and 8. Can't rule that out yet. I do feel like we are getting a repeat of some pattern we've seen earlier, but I can't work out the effect of that at the moment. Could these be from 7, 8, 9? Oh, it's quite interesting. If these were from 7, 8, 9, we'd have a quad of 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, say 3 wasn't on this arrow. It would have to be on this arrow. So then this would go 1, 3, 4. Oh, 3 can't be off this arrow because it's not able to be a 4, 5 arrow. So 3 has to be on that arrow. And then this is not 3 and this is 3. And now this can't have a 3 on it, obviously. So this pair of cells is either from 4, 5, 6 or from 7, 8, 9. I mean, that's an absolute knowledge bomb, but it's quite interesting. Because if it's from 4, 5, 6, it's a consecutive pair and includes the 5. I don't know. That does leave... This would be a 3, 4, 5, 6 quad, though, and these would be a 7, 8, 9 triple. Then we'd get a 6, 7, 8, 9 quad here. Oh, do I know where 3 goes in this box? I think I've got those cells available, but maybe I know more than that. No, maybe I don't. Okay, can this be a 4, 5 pair? That would be 9. 4, 5, 9. Everything else in the column would be 3, 6, 7, or 8, including this cell. So that would be a 4, 5 pair to go with this. I think there could be something about this arrow, as there has been about the others, to stop it being a 4, 5 pair. So I'm going to work on that a little longer. If this was a 4, 5 pair, that's a 4, 5 pair. Ah, where do 4, 5s go in columns 7, 8, 9? There's one pair there. There's one pair there. This digit can't be 4 or 5 because of the pair in this column. So that digit is a 4 or a 5 in this row. Now, 4 and 5, 1 and 2. This can't be 3. These can't be 3. Either that or that is... No, either this one on the left or this one in the middle is a 3. This is from 6, 7, 8, 9 now, because it can't be 3, which is confined in the box, and it's seeing that 4, 5 pair. This has been available for a while, but I didn't spot it. But we've got this consecutive pair here because of that 1. So this is 5, 6, 7, or 8, and that's 6, 7, 8, or 9. Now, If this was a 3-6 pair, you couldn't have 6 on this arrow, and this would be a 7-8-9 triple, and that would be a 4-5 pair. I don't know how that plays out. I do think it doesn't work because you'd end up with a uniqueness problem between those, but we don't use uniqueness to solve the puzzle because it doesn't prove there is a unique solution if you use it. Okay, where was the other 4-5 in these? There's one more in this column to go, and it's not in this box, it's in this box. So one of these two cells is a 4 or a 5, just as that one is. And then these can't involve 4 or 5 and are selected from 6, 7, 8, 9. And they include a 9. They're part of a quad. Oh, I really need to get some of these done. And these arrows pointing in the middle few rows, that's where we're going to get a final breakthrough, I think. That is 6, 7, or 8. That's a 3, 6, 7, 8 quad. These are 4, 5, and that digit. Oh, I don't know. There's something clever to do, isn't there? That's not a 9. 9, well, I don't know. It's in one of those 3 cells. Right. Maybe I've got to do something like ask where does this go in this box? That is from 6, 7, 8, or 9 as well. How many have we got in the column? Oh, nearly enough. If there was a 6 here, we would have all of them. This is a 6, 7, 8, 9 quad in the row. So that digit is 4 or 5 and is the pair in the box. This is 6, 7, 8, or 9 here. It's not 9 because we know 9's in one of those cells. So that could be 9, or that is 9 in this long row. Six is also in one of those 2 cells. And in this box, 6 can't be in those cells because there's a 6 in those. So there's a sort of virtual, oh no, 6 in this box is now in one of those 2, and this can't be 6. So now 6 is in one of those 2 in box, what I'd like to call box 6, but that's a bit irrelevant. Now 6 can't be in these cells. If 6 can't be there, this isn't 8. And this pair, this can't be 6 anymore. This is either a 4-5 pair leading to a 9, or that's a 3, which is what I think the outcome will be. If that was a 4-5 pair, you'd have an unresolvable 4-5 pair here. Oh, also, if that was a 4-5 pair, this would be 7, 9. And these remaining digits in the box would be 3, 6, and 8. That one is not allowed to be 3 or 6. This is already 4, 5, 7, or 8, which is a slightly more restricted set than expected. I hope I said 4, 5, 7, or 8. I was excluding 6. Now, something might now be happening in this box. If that is 4 or 5, this is a pair, that's 7, 8, 9. Then I have to fit in 3 and 6 into these cells. Okay, instead this could be 3, in which case that's 3. I can't quite move on. That is one digit from 4 and 5. And there is another one in these cells. In this row, that has to be the case. Oh, maybe I need to do a sum. Oh, look, this can't be 8 anymore because 5 and 2 are the max on that arrow. I haven't seen that coming. This is 6 or 7. Does that do? That doesn't look likely to do anything. It means one of these two is 8. Well, hang on. If this is 7, 5, 2 on this circle, you've got a 4 here. That makes this 5, but the 5 here makes this 4. So these are a 7, 8 pair. And they both see that cell, which would become a 6. That would put 6 here. Oh, I don't know. That seems possible. Okay, either that happens if this is a 7, 5, 2 circle, or 6 is there. 6 can never be here at the top. So now these definitely contain 3 and 6. These are being selected from 4, 5, 7, 8 now. I don't quite know how that helps. I feel like it's close to helping. But it was interesting. If this was 7, why did... Oh, because if this... Right, I should colour these. So let's make that orange. Let's get rid of this yellow colouring. Let's make that orange and this blue. This one's blue, this one's orange. Oh, look. I should have coloured those. These are different from each other. They are a 7, 8 pair because 3 plus blue in one case, 3 plus orange in the other. So 7, 8 are both looking at that cell, and that is a 6. And that's how we get through. And this digit is now 6 in this box. That's a 7, 8, 9 triple. Now, this is a 7. And now that we do fill this in as 7, 5, 2. Oh, that's really pretty. That is Michael all over. That's 4, blue is 4, that's 5, this is 8, this is 7. Oh, it's beautiful. Just elegance. Absolute elegance. Then we get 1 and 2 here. Now I'm going to get rid of that colouring, which was so perfect. This digit has become an 8. This is a 6, 9 pair. That's 7, 4, 5. I'll come back to this 8, 9 pair. Let's see what else this has done. 7 is looking, oh no, 8 is looking there. So that's a 3, 6, 7 set. This is a 4, 5, 8 set. This digit is 6 or 9. In this row, no, let's try this row where we can eliminate 7 from a couple of cells. 7 coming out of that cell takes 5 out of this one. Okay, this row, 8 has come out of those cells. So 8 is in one of these two and not there. That is now 4 or 5. So that's a 4, 5 pair in this column, and this digit is a 3. And that means this is not a 3, and this is a 3. And that probably peters out there because we've done almost all the 3s in the grid, just removing some more candidates. 2 more 3s to resolve. Now this pair, this can't be a 9 anymore because 3 plus 4 would be 7, 3 plus 5 would be 8. So 9 is definitely in this group. In fact, that's a 7, 8 pair, looking up at that cell and looking at this group, which are 3, 6, and 9. And these are now 4, 5, and 7. There's no 7 in this set, but we do need a 7 in this row, and that's got to be in a circle. So I can fill in the 4 on the circle. This has become 7, that's a 9. That's going to fix 3, 7 near the top. Oh, it's so clever, isn't it? This is 5 or 8. We've got 5, 6, and 8 still to place. in the box. In this row, that's not 7. This is the only place for 5. That's the sort of thing we want. Now, 3 plus what gives 8 or 9? Plus 5 or 6. So 4 in this box is going to go in one of those cells, specifically there. That stops this being a 4. Any more arrows to complete? Just this one, which has, we've taken 7 out of there, so I'm going to take 8 out of this cell. This can't be 5 and 6, or that would break that. This digit can't be a 5, so the 5 in the box has to be here. That completes that arrow. Oh, that's having some good knock-on effects as well. Now, no 8 there, no 5, no 4, no 5 here. Now it's this one. 6 or 8, 7 or 9. What about this digit? Any of the high digits could go in this cell. Wasn't expecting to have 4 pencil marks to put in any one cell. Right, 4 and 5 are done down here. 5 is also done there, then 4 and 8. And that fixes the 6 and 8 in the central box, and that must give us access to the last arrow and I think everything else. 7 there, it's not actually on an arrow, although it looks like it. Right, now this first column, that's a 7. This digit is not a 9. This 6-9 pair are done. This digit has been done for ages, didn't see it. 5 here, 7 and 4, and then 5, 4, 5, 4, 9 at the top. What a beautiful puzzle, ubiquity. And that is a Latin word meaning everywhere, and we were everywhere in that puzzle. Had to go all over it to finish it. It's beautifully elegant, it's really clever. It's Michael Lefkowitz all over, and I've enjoyed myself. So thank you for staying with me. We'll see you again soon on the channel. Thanks for watching as ever, and bye for now.